In today's video, we're going to be talking about the GOAT of tennis and also about the Winter Olympics. Does anybody even care? If you're new here, my name is Greg and I'm the host of Gay Night Bros, where we give you sports talk in small bites that are easy to consume and don't take up all of your day. So let's get right to it. First topic of discussion is Novak Djokovic. Is he the GOAT? Well, right now, according to the numbers, he is. He has the most major championships of all time, I believe of anybody, but specifically we're talking about the male side of tennis. And I think for that reason alone, that makes him the GOAT. Now, I know everybody's jumping real quick on this Carlo Alcaraz. He's a young up-and-comer, just got the first Grand Slam at the youngest age ever. He just overcame Rafael Nadal's previous age, where he was the previous youngest one to accomplish this feat. And yes, Carlo Alcaraz is a very great player already in his own right. A couple things I want to kind of point out. I'm old enough to remember when Pete Sampras ended his career, and everybody was talking about how great he was, and he had all the majors. But even before he was retired, there was another young up-and-comer named Roger Federer, who was quickly on the scene. And it was very obvious that he was going to be the next great thing. And he was for a short period of time before he was quickly rivaled by Rafael Nadal. And then it didn't take long for Novak Djokovic to show up as the third wheel in that competitive threesome. And he was always considered the third wheel until he slowly took him over one at a time, and eventually passed both Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer to become the greatest of all time, in my opinion. A couple things I'll point out too about Novak Djokovic. One, when he first came up, he was kind of a little bit of a prankster, had a good personality, did a lot of imitations of other tennis players, I think to their displeasure. So he stopped doing that. But from a fan standpoint, I always enjoyed watching him do that. But he stopped doing it, and he actually just improved his greatness in that process. But I always remember that and appreciate that about him. The other thing, and I don't have their names, but I remember when he came up as a Serbian young tennis player, there were two other young ladies who were up-and-comers as well in the singles women's side, and they have both fallen off. But the three of them were considered to be the bright stars of Serbian tennis. The reason I bring that up is because Novak Djokovic is still going now and just recently made a finals. Carlos Alcaraz is young and great, but he has to be great for a sustained amount of time. Injuries often cause tennis players to lose their greatness and to lose their momentum. That could certainly happen. Not that we wish that, but that could certainly happen. And in addition to that, just like we said with Pete Sampras, before he was even retired, Roger Federer was on the scene. And the same thing with Novak Djokovic for Roger Federer. So you don't know who's going to come up within the next year or two who could put a big challenge to Carlos Alcaraz and stop him from winning all of these majors. Sure, Yannick Sinner's there now, and he's going to be able to provide a little bit of competition, but will there be a third or a fourth? Right now, it doesn't look like it, but they always come when you don't see them. So that's why I think Novak Djokovic is the GOAT and should be the GOAT until he's overtaken. And I think there's a pretty good chance that might not happen. And if it does, it's not going to happen for a while. So let's get to the next subject, the Winter Olympics. Does anybody even care? I grew up loving the Olympics, particularly the Summer Olympics. But anytime the Olympics would come, it was kind of interesting and a novelty because it was every 4 years. But I got to be honest with you, I'm just not into the Winter Olympics, even if it is only every 4 years. The sports that are there, most of them are judge sports that are judged. And it's kind of hard for me to enjoy something along those lines where, somebody else is determining who the winner is by subjective measures. But for me, I like the ones where you can clearly see who the winner is and who isn't. So I will probably tune in. Some of my favorite events are the cross-country skiing and the speed skating, particularly the short track speed skating. But other than that, I'm probably not that interested. And I'm not sure if anyone else is either, to be honest with you. But That's what we have today on Game Night Bros. Again, my name's Greg. And if you do us a favor, we'd really appreciate a like and a share and a subscribe before you end this video.